Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Basili, your orthopedics faculty, and it gives us immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Sairam, who is the rank 1 of November INI-CET here. Congratulations, Dr. Sairam, and also we have Dr. Rohan here to accompany me asking questions to Dr. Sairam and see how he cracked this exam. Hi, Dr. Sairam.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for having me here.
How,
It's
how,
it's uh, it's an
how
honor.
does it feel to be a rank 1 INI-CET ranker?
It's so tough to comprehend. I don't think I've fully processed anything so far. I'm still in disbelief. Had to look 2 or 3 times to make sure that was the correct roll number, but it feels good.
That's great. Heartiest congratulations, Sairam. Before we start, I quickly want you to recapitulate your ranks from last year, November INI-CET till now, and also tell us about which college you graduated from.
Sure, sir. So I belong to the batch of 2019 from Jipmer, Puducherry. So this is my third attempt. I started giving INSET last November. My rank was 2,800 at the time. And in May, which was my first serious attempt, my rank was 698. And NEET, where this year my rank was 3,700. And now I'm rank 1.
That's amazing. So that's an amazing story of perseverance and hard work. Please tell us, when did your Marrow journey start, and how did it shape this journey towards getting rank one in INI-CET?
Yeah, certainly, sir. So my Marrow journey started in third year. That's when I purchased a Plan B. So I had the notes and I used it for my preparation, mainly for university exams. And this continued well into final year and my internship, which is when I started watching the videos and started solving question banks modules. But my internship was busy, so my real serious preparation came after my internship. That's when I finished all the revision video modules and started giving GTs more seriously. And yeah,
So when you say you started watching, started with Marrow in third year, you mean you
yes, sir.
started watching videos in third year?
Yes, sir, I did. I
What were the
started watching
subjects that
some
you
pre.
did in third year?
In third year, I did a bit of pre and paraclinical, especially anatomy, biochem, a bit of pathology. And along with that, for my exams, I did watch ENT and PSM and Utsav sir's Oftal videos also, which definitely really helped me in my exams. And once we came to final year, of course, I watched Rohan sir's and Sakshi ma'am's lectures. Uh, yeah,
Okay, so pretty safe to say that you did all the subjects that were there in those years with the
yes, sir.
videos. And did you make your own notes or did you buy the ready-made notes?
No, I bought the ready-made notes, sir. I made use of this.
Okay, so I have two questions here. Now, you got Marrow in third year, and
Yes, sir.
obviously, somebody who's watching this has a question that what did you do for the first and second year subjects, right? And my second question, which you can answer after that, is that were you also solving the QBank side by side?
Yeah, so when it came to the pre and paraclinical subjects, I would say what really helped me was my textbook knowledge because it was the time of the pandemic. So
All
my
right.
first and second years were very prolonged. So I had a lot of time to go through textbooks. And I'd say reading those textbooks then has helped me all the way till now. And for someone who is I did solve questions, but I felt okay. I was not prepared to handle the questions that would come in neat. What I had was textbook knowledge, and that doesn't exactly translate into MCQs. So I when I watched a few modules, that's when I was able to solve those modules. I definitely say that videos were the way to go when it came to solving MCQs. And sorry, sir, I didn't catch your second question well.
I'm
Question bank.
saying, were you doing the QBank during undergraduation? Because that's a question which we are asked commonly by students.
Yes, sir. So I wasn't very serious in my third year, I'd say. But when I was in final year, as I was watching surgery and OG videos, I was solving the modules side by side.
So
Okay.
you say that the watching videos actually were helpful in answering MCQs. What
Oh yeah,
about
definitely, sir.
helpful in your professional exam?
Yeah, they were helpful because there are some one-liners that do come, but usually because they're long questions, I wouldn't say they played a major role. It definitely does solidify the concepts in your mind, I would say. Uh, but I would say videos help more for MCQ solving, sir.
So it helped
I mean, that
solidify
is
the
my
concepts and
yes, sir.
understand things better, more easily, and
Yes,
then
sir.
also
Yeah.
answer MCQs on the exam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when did you start giving your grand tests?
I I mean, my serious grant test attempts would have started from November last year, sir. So after that, I gave all of the grant tests regularly. Before that, I gave them here and there, but since I wasn't preparing, I wasn't really going anywhere, so I found it kind of pointless. But once I started my preparation, I gave every GT on time because I wanted my live rank and I wanted to compete. So that competition, I think, really boosted my preparation. It was a source of motivation for me.
So is it safe to say that you've
So,
watched pretty much all the videos?
Yes, sir. I mean, I have watched most of the videos. I finished all the revision videos, especially because for want of time, from January to May, I only had 4 months. And I would say almost everything that I needed was covered in the revision videos. So I have no doubt that anything was missed in the Marrow revision videos, sir.
Any other
so
source or
the
things that you
sorry,
relied on? Sorry.
Pardon, sir.
Okay.
yeah,
Couldn't hear you,
sorry.
sir.
I
Yeah.
was saying so. The wake up call was November last year. That's when you got
Yes,
really
sir.
serious with your preparation.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's right.
So what I want to know is what changed? What changed in your preparation from November to this November, which led to this rank? So what were the key changes which you inculcated in your preparation?
Yes, sir. So I mean, in November I was still in internship, so I didn't have enough time to prepare, I would say. But once I was done with internship and I got home and I settled down, I set up a schedule. I wrote down how many subjects I had to cover, the duration of the revision videos, and how many days I should have finished them in. And my target was to do 3 revisions before May INI. So yeah, so after coming home, I'd say I put in the time. I finished the revision videos. I solved all the previous year question modules. I did not finish the QBank modules, which I think was one of the things lacking in my May INI preparation. So I mean, I got to 698, but that was nowhere near where I needed to be to get my seat. And so after that, I got to meet with one of my seniors. He's Rohan Purohit. He scored All India 7th in last year's November INI. And he told me the single thing that helped him get to the top 10 ranks would be the question bank modules. So that's when I switched my prep from reading to solving. And so I focused on solving as many questions as I could. And I think that's what really translated to my result this time.
So is it safe to say that from November to May, you had already done your subjects, you read your notes, and
Yes, sir.
post that was just revision and a lot of intensive QBank solving skills from the QBank modules?
Absolutely, sir. I mean, I finished all my revision videos by then, and I got in I got in 2 revisions before May, but that wasn't enough. I think I needed to do a little more from what was needed for me personally. And yeah, after May, I started solving Q banks. I'd give at least 10 to 15 a day, and so plus custom modules. And I think I would have solved over 300 per day. So that, along with magic modules and bookmark questions, really helped me revise the questions I kept getting wrong. So that did make a difference.
So again, two quick questions. One, can you elaborate on magic modules for users who don't know about it? And second, can you also dissect what went wrong in the NEET PG exam?
Sure, sir. Yeah. So for magic modules, they come semi-regularly. It basically consists of 50 questions, and it takes the questions that you've previously gotten wrong. So it provides them. It's basically a way of spaced repetition, I would say. And so by solving the questions that you've gotten previously wrong, if you're getting them correct, that means you've done something right. But if you're getting them wrong, that means your preparation was lacking somewhere. You did not revisit this question again. And so that helped me highlight the topics that I wasn't best prepared in. And I did go back and read back those topics after finishing the magic modules. And I'd say I used to get 70% every time on magic modules. So every time I solved a magic module, there would be some lacuna that I hadn't covered, and I would go back and finish that.
So it looks like from your 2000 rank that you got in November INI-CET to May, which you got
Yes, sir.
699. You doubled down on your weak subjects. You made a timetable. You stuck to it. You were very disciplined, right? So you got a very good rank, 699.
Yes, sir.
Then what happened towards NEET PG? Why did your rank dip there?
Yeah, that's also something I was wondering. But looking back, I think part of it was just exhaustion, because I wanted some time to myself after internship, which I never got. And so I think I just got tired of studying. I definitely didn't finish revisions. I wasn't as effective after the May INI. If NEET was held in June, I probably would have done better. But by the time it was postponed all the way to August, I think I lost a little bit of the track there. Yeah.
So what did you do
But
differently from NEET PG to this November INI-CET?
so it was a wake up call, definitely NEET PG, and that's when I realized what I was lacking were revisions, and of course the question bank, because I only done a bit before NEET. I realized that if I solved more of the question banks, I would hit all those topics that haven't been covered yet. And I really doubled down on that. As I said, I solved like more than 300 questions a day. I gave more GTs, more subject tests. I went back in time to all the previously done GTs as well. I tried to cover as much as I could, because at this point, reading more wouldn't have given me as much of a benefit as solving questions would have. So that is what I
So,
felt, sir, and I think that did make the difference.
so Dr. Sairam, what you described classically was a burnout post your May INI-CET.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
what would be your top 3 or 5 tips to students who suffer from burnouts? Because this is a marathon, the preparation, and
Yes, sir.
burnouts are bound to happen. So, what would be your tips to overcome that phase?
Yeah, I mean, one of them is obviously having a good support system around you. My family was really supportive. I had a really nice set of friends who would motivate me, who would keep me going. But I think some days don't feel as great as other days, and you do need to show up every day. You need to do something on every day, but it's okay to take break. It's okay to sit back for a bit. I think you should explore your hobbies, because I feel for some people MBBS takes away part of you that was really a core part of you. Basically, some people lose their hobbies, some people forget their interests, and I feel like we need to reclaim those. So it does help to go back to some of the things that made you happy, and do recognize that burnout is a part of the process. But what's important is to get through it and to come back from the burnout stage. That's what I would say.
Anything
So,
specifically you did to revisit your hobbies and to vent per se?
Yeah, I mean, I used to love reading novels, and I completely stopped after MBBS. So I purchased novels, and I had a few on my tab. And then when I was taking breaks, I definitely took like half an hour to 40-minute breaks in between modules, and I was reading novels to take me to somewhere that is not the present world, some fantasy world, somewhere I could lose myself for a bit. So I mean,
s-
yeah, yes, sir.
I would just want to revisit the GTs again. So, you said you became serious last November. So, the
Yes,
GTs
sir.
would have gone up and down, the scores would have plateaued
Yes, sir.
also somewhere.
Yeah,
Can you describe the trend which took place from November till this November? So we have the
yes, sir.
trend there.
Yeah.
Can you go through
So
the phases when you had dips and when you had plateaus, and what did you do to overcome them?
yeah, so it wasn't really in the beginning. There were lots of ups and downs, but I think we can see from November. Really, once I started putting in the preparation, I was hitting around 70 to 80th centers, and by the time we came to March or April, I'd only finished one revision. So while I could tackle the easy questions, I really wasn't. I was missing out on a lot of questions. But once I completed more and more revisions, I started hitting that 90th centile. That's when I realized, okay, I could do quite decently in the May INI-CET exam, and I think 698 was a pretty good rank for my first serious attempt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
yes.
yeah, sorry. One thing which I wanted to know is that from last November, were you giving the mock exams before every main exam, the Marrow mocks? And what
I
were
did.
your
Yes.
ranks? Were they correlating with your ranks in the exam actually?
I did. For my November, I don't remember my mock rank, but for May and NEET and this November exam, I gave all the mocks. And I
Okay.
found that I was doing better in the main exam than the mocks, fortunately for me. So yeah,
That's
but
nice.
that, yeah, I did like that the mock GT is attempted by a lot of people, so I feel like the rank is quite accurate, and that is one thing I was happy to give mock GTs for.
What was your mock rank for this INI-CET
This
attempt?
it was 30th, sir.
Okay, perfect.
30th.
Great.
Yeah.
So, did you change anything in that short period of time after giving the mock to the actual exam, which you think could have boosted your rank?
Honestly, no, sir, because once I saw my rank was 30th, that gave me a lot of confidence. I knew I was on the right path. I was doing something right this time. So I had a lot of belief in myself. One thing that I did do after NEET was to establish a book of notes where questions that I was getting wrong or new points, I had them sorted by subject. And that revising that just before the exam, I think was a major confidence boost, basically. So I did quite a few things right, but I didn't change my prep. Once I knew my mock rank was good, I knew I was doing it correctly.
No, there's one important thing I want to understand is like you
Yes,
said
sir.
that you realized that you had to revise more, right, for
Yes, sir.
this rank. And
Yeah.
when you say revise more, that's very non-specific. It's very
Yeah.
generic. So what would you revise more? I mean, would you revise the same thing again and again, or did you realize there were certain areas in every subject that were specifically weak, and you highlighted those? And how did you identify them? And how did you focus on revising them?
Yeah, so I couldn't revise the whole content again and again. I only did that once or twice. I did that twice before May. After that, it was just about finding weak points. It was about annotating my notes from the GTs. And it was going through the topics that I kept getting wrong in every exam. I couldn't read the entire content again, sir. So,
So is it safe to
that,
say that those areas, those weak areas in your preparation were highlighted by the frequency of the GTs that you were preparing or attempting?
yes, sir, definitely. I felt GTs were the best way to assess what was missing in my preparation, because all subjects and all important topics from those subjects are tested. So that's I guess GTs are better than any one subject test or mini test in that sense, where your overall knowledge is assessed.
So did you have any
So
specific system to identify these weak areas? I mean, once you finished with your GT, was there any system that you followed to pick up on this?
yeah, so I went through all 200 questions because I knew I was going to guess some. I knew that even the points that I'd guessed correctly would have to be noted down, because that's not stuff that I completely knew. But I definitely went through every wrong answer that I had. I either bookmark it or I'd write it down in my error notes. And I would note down those topics. I had a bunch of sticky notes from the topics I was getting wrong, and I would tick them off as I went back to them. Whether it was videos, sometimes I did watch videos, sometimes I did go through the revision notes that I had. I did even go back to textbooks sometimes when I wanted to clarify some concepts. So, yeah, that was my
So
strategy.
what do you think were the revision videos in your revision?
Pardon, sir?
How helpful do you think were the revision videos in
Oh,
your revision?
no, they were very helpful. I think they were the. I mean, it was so concise, but it also covered everything that I needed to know. I didn't feel that I was missing out on anything by watching only revision videos. I wouldn't say it was the best way to prepare, because obviously I wanted to have the whole subject matter. But for the limited time that I had, I after watching all the revision videos, I realized that all the concepts are covered. I have some conceptual understanding from my MBBS, and paired together, I have most of what I need, and the small bits that are missing, I can definitely get them from GTs or question banks. So revision videos were the best way for me to prepare, I would say. Yes, sir.
So, when you moved to revision videos, did you also shift your source of notes from the main notes to the revision notes, or you
Yes,
stuck
sir.
to your main notes?
No, no. I shift to revision notes, sir. I had them printed. We had the PDFs, so I got them all printed and spiral bound, and I was annotating my notes as they were. Yeah.
So it's,
I mean,
I think so. Thank you very much for sharing all this information with all of us. I think so. Your support team is also there. Your parents are there. If we could get them
Yes,
in
sir.
the frame and
Already.
get to listen their part of the story as well quickly,
Sure. Yeah.
because I
Just a sec.
feel having a good support system is very important to crack such exams.
Absolutely, sir. Just give me a moment, sir.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Namaste.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Namaste, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
So, sir,
You have, sir, your son has made Guntur proud.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Okay.
How does it feel, sir, to have, an amazing? I mean, obviously he
It's
is an
so
amazing son. There is no doubt about it. But
it's so
to have
great.
rank one sitting amongst us.
It's so great today. It's like still we can't able to digest it, but it's a very amazing rank he got, and we have confidence that he will definitely get a good rank and a good seat in good college also like AIMS or anywhere. But
He was
this
just
is
really worked hard.
amazing.
so
Sorry.
post your internship, ma'am, was he preparing at home or was he preparing in the hostel?
Completely at home
So how
under
did
my
you help out
supervision.
in the prep? Yes. So we want to know what was that supervision. A lot of students would want to know what that supervision was.
Making him to sleep on time, like no need to go too much out of his limits, and having good
Very
diet,
important.
es- especially
Yes.
all healthy diet.
That is
Like I
amazing.
used
So,
to push him. I used to
so
push him
ma'am,
like, yeah,
days
yeah, please.
days when he was not feeling good, he did not get good marks. What did he tell you, and what was your response to that? When he did not get good marks, how did you help him out?
I used to tell him it's okay to get low marks also sometimes because it will motivate us more to do for the next exam. So we have to take it as a positive thing.
Madam, is
That's good.
Sairam mama's boy or daddy's boy?
Mummy's boy. Yeah. No, sir.
Mommy's boy.
Mostly I am
Great.
with him, so he's more close to me. And I feel like I am only studying and writing the exam.
I can
Very
only
nice.
imagine, and both of us, Dr. Rohan and myself, are parents, and we have kids who are studying in school. So whenever they have exam, it just feels like it's our exam.
I agree with you, sir.
Great. Great. No, heartiest congratulations to the entire family. And before we end, Dr. Sairam, can you disclose to everyone which subject are you going to take up and where?
Sure, sir. So it's always been my dream to get into general medicine back in my alma mater, which is Triple Pondicherry. So that's the dream that
Perfect.
kept me going so far. So yeah.
Great. So now once you're done with medicine, you can listen to Dr. Rakesh Nair's videos at
Yeah,
3x
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to his lectures again.
then.
Congratulations
All
once
right.
again on behalf of all the Marrow people and the team and everyone sitting here awake. Wishing you all the best for your future.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, sir. This
Thank
was
you very
an
much.
awesome opportunity. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right. Good night.